I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and we were talking about all of the things that I do on social, my work on Instagram and LinkedIn and through YouTube right here. And he was asking me questions like, what are you actually planning to do with all of this stuff, and how is the time worth it? And I think it's a really important question that more people need to be asking themselves is, what is the point of investing time in social media? Now, the thing that differentiates people in the social media environment is they're sharing aspects of their lives that you wouldn't normally see, and you have to ask the question, what are they getting out of it? Why would you do that? Why would you expose yourself? And what is your end goal for these things? Don't be fooled in thinking that people are just being totally selfless and they're sharing all of this stuff for no reason. They're intending to leverage that social media following in some way. They might be wanting to grow their network, they might be want to become an influencer, they might be want to get work out of it, but there's always a point to why people are doing this stuff. And if you don't have a point to it, then I think the question of why bother is a very valid question, and the answer is probably, well, don't bother until you come up with a really good reason as to why you might be doing this. Now, some people talk about growing their social life, they say, I want to grow my personal brand, but what does personal brand mean? Personal brand means people might recognize you in a certain space, but that's only really something you can leverage if you actually start gaining work, gaining clients, making money. So what is the ultimate outcome that you want to achieve if you are going to invest time in social media? And I'll share mine because I think it helps people just kind of think out loud as to what your own might be. One of them was because I work as a wedding photographer in the weekends and I want to bring in more video into my wedding photography. But at this point, I didn't know anything about video whatsoever, so the best way for me to actually learn more about video was to start committing to recording on a regular basis so that I'd be out there shooting, doing, and learning on the job. And I have learned a fantastic amount in such a short time, and I have a huge amount more to learn as I go. And having a really good reputation in this sector allows me to get more authority in my day-to-day work as a consultant. Now, what I didn't expect this to actually teach me is really the people that I want to talk to and connect to are the people that want to change things. They're change agents, they're people that are creating and going out and doing in order to inspire new things. They're creators of content, they're creators of strategies, they're creators of stories. And what brings together all those creators is an underlying passion for what they do, which is why this channel is based around helping people who have passions make them into something successful. Now I have a really clear focus as to what I want to do, which means now my time in social is very clearly targeted on that outcome that I want to achieve. So there's a reciprocal relationship there. There's authority for me, there's learning for me, whilst I support other people in achieving their passions in the way that they want to create as well. And that's a win-win situation for me, which is why I invest so much time in social, because it continues to be a win-win. And this is what I don't think people quite understand in the social sector is they see all these people with followers and they look at their feed and they trivialize it, like saying, oh, you know, that's a picture of themselves, that's a picture of themselves, because they haven't taken that step into thinking, what is the goal that this author is actually trying to achieve? And how can I understand that better? Now, assuming you've chosen a goal which aligns with your passion, that means that that goal is going to connect with your passion at the same time, which means that it's not going to feel like a chore so much, it's not going to feel like a ton of energy. It's going to feel like you're just extending that passion out to people. And you're not just doing it in a way where you're saying, hey, look at me, aren't I having such a cool life? You're adding value to that audience, and you're doing it in a way that has an outcome which is a win-win situation for you both. Now, yes, the theory of Facebook, which is just, hey, we all just want to be friends and let's surface the stuff from friends and family, and that's the whole point of social. You know, it's not, right? Facebook's a company, they make almost all of their money out of ads. There's a reason why they're providing that service, and that's in order for you to feel the value of connecting with family, connecting with friends. But what they get back from that, of course, is ad revenue. Now, if you see that as a win-win situation, then you'll probably want to be on Facebook. But if you don't see that as a win-win, or if it ever gets to a point where it's disproportionate, then you're going to start tuning out. And that's true of social as well. If you start asking for more than you are giving, people are going to start tuning out too. You know, the more people feel like they're getting a ton from you, the better it's going to be. That's how you want your people to feel. You want them to feel like they're getting a ton of value, so that when the time comes and you want to take action on something, that person's going to be front of mind. Now, if you truly say to yourself, how much value have I gotten from that person? And if that value is really, really high, then that should feel like a fair ask in this environment, and you're not obligated to take it either. That's the foundation to why people do social media marketing. They give out a ton of value so that when they have an ask later on, you will be around to potentially take part in that ask. This is why ads on TV shows are getting skipped and getting missed, because there's no value being added by those TV ads. Whereas if they go on social, they can follow people that are genuinely adding to their lives. So I know this has been a very roundabout conversation with me exploring different avenues of this, but I wanted to get to the answer of the question, what is the point of social? To say the answer is twofold. For those people creating, it's about relationships that they can create in order to be able to explore, fulfill a goal that they have in the future through value-adding content. And as a consumer, the point of social is to receive a ton of value-adding content and to be given opportunities to invest in something that might benefit you in the future. Now, of course, you're going to say, well, what about all the other stuff on social that's not relevant and not interesting to me? Well, sorry, but a lot of that is on you. You're following it, you're tuning into it. So you do need to start choosing what you see and really thinning that back. Because the bottom line is, a good social media creator is already targeting you as someone who might be interested in the things that they are talking about. But are you really targeting who you follow to hone in on what you are really interested in? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and here's my ask after the hopefully value that I've provided to you. Why don't you consider subscribing to my channel? It will mean that you get updated on all of my next videos, and you'll be able to follow the stuff that I'm up to and receive lots more value in the future. So hit that subscribe button. It's free, it's fun, and it's going to be value adding. Until next time, see ya.